Alright, it looks like we got Styraxian. He is going to be the Protoss player for EA. And we have down here Hokago, who is going to be the Terran player for Rapidshare. And this is going to be game 2. And it is 0-1 with EA taking the lead. I apologize. For gonna have to update this manually here. Got a little bit of technical difficulties with XSplit right now. Hope you guys don't mind. Alright, there we go. Unfortunately, it's gonna be a pain in the butt for now, but that's how it's gonna be. Alright, it is 0-1, EA taking the lead with the first game. Excuse me, on the game 2. Looks like Styraxian is gonna open up with the gate. Pretty standard. And it looks like Hokago is going to maybe block off his entrance with a barracks. I'm guessing that's what it's going to be. A little bit of standard play for Terran. And it looks like he's going for early gas. With that, hopefully he'll probably pop up a factory maybe. Get some, I don't know. Probably not. Maybe get some Marauders. I don't know. We'll see what he does. It's anybody's guess at this point. And it looks like Styraxian gonna get a little bit of early view. Just as Hokago is gonna get a little early view with all those macro points. Looks like he's gonna just get a little view of everything. Gonna probably annoy the Styraxian a little bit. But it doesn't seem like he seems to care. Styraxian's gonna get an early gas as well. So hopefully we see some upgraded play today. Oh, looks like he is going to block off his entrance. And I don't know if he quite got the block off. Doesn't look like he did, but anyway, still, it'll give the Protoss player something to attack. Nobody's going to go for the middle vision. They don't really care about it. Not a big deal. And it looks like Hokago is gonna make that Protoss player follow him around a little bit with all these waypoints he's got set up. Alright, throw up a production tab like I always forget to do. And it looks like Styraxian's gonna put up a cybernetics core, and down here Hokago is gonna build 2 more bunkers, so he's gonna be Marine heavy, probably a little bit of Marine Marauder push. Maybe late game you might see some medevacs in there, which is a pretty decent combo versus Protoss. So we will see how that works out. And it looks like right now he is researching the warp gate, which is probably a good idea to do. And like I said, he's got the Marauder set out, or building. He's got the bunker in production, a couple Marines. This is going to be a pretty easy setup for the Terran player. It's going to cause him to hold off at least an early push from the Protoss player. And it looks like up here, Styraxian. God, it's such a kind of a difficult name if you want to talk about it faster. Anyway, going for the second expo, 5 minutes into the game, almost 6 minutes into the game, which is pretty decent. Gonna get his second gas. Both players, well, Hokago's not gonna get his second gas. Not a big deal. Terran doesn't really need an early double gas. Protoss does. But looks like he's gonna have his Marauders and Marines in this bunker, so if Styraxian wants to do something, he will be pretty held off, unless he gets Blink. And it looks like he's got a Mothership core. It's going to be pretty good for him. It's going to be pretty decent, one might say. And just a real quick look, what do we have in the production tab? Looks like we're going to get +1 attack for Hokago, and he's going to get the, I don't know why I can't think of it, stem pack. Sometimes that stuff slips your mind. Whatever. Not a big deal, I don't think. In my mind, in your guys' mind, you're probably freaking out, cussing at the screen. Okay. Looks like we also got a robotics facility coming down for Styraxian. So it looks like he's going to tech up a little bit, going to probably go into Tier 2 gameplay, which is exciting to see. I was hoping it wasn't just going to be some Marine Marauder push with some little Zealots and Stalkers. But it looks like we have Hokago moving out some Marine Marauders. This is a pretty decent little setup. The only thing he's missing, which is not too big a deal, is the concussive shell. But I think that little composition will be good. The Marauders can take out the Zealots pretty good. Do some work on some Stalkers. We'll see how this plays out for him. With the Mother Core there, it might be a different story. So we'll see how this little beginning push plays. Looks like they're going to engage each other. Little quick micro here. Hokago's going to take out some Zealots. Going to take out his Mother Core, which that was pretty decent. And it looks like Styraxian's going to hold off that push pretty good. Not really losing too much. However, he did lose his Mothership Core, which is kind of a big deal. I think that was a good trade for Hokago. And he's going to try to do some shields too. That was cute. Couple shields there got in his way. Looks like Hokago now is going to go down for a second Expo. Going to defend it with his bunker, which is probably a good idea, and put up a turret. At that point, he's going to put up a couple more barracks, so he's going to have 5 barracks in total. So he should probably be pushing pretty quickly with those Marine Marauders. I have a feeling he's going to stick with those. Maybe get some medevacs in there. With his medevacs, it'll allow him to go to his back line. Take out his probes on both sides. Ooh, could he do a double attack? A 2-prong attack? Maybe. Maybe, we will see. What's he got coming out here? And he's got the Immortal coming out. And he's got another probe coming out. Looks like he is building a robotics bay. Has another Mothership Core coming out. And pull up the units killed tab. Looks like it's going to be 14 for Styraxian versus the 5 for Hokago. Looks like Hokago is going to have the full vision in the center of the map. Pretty decent for him. Pretty decent. He can see what's coming at him before get prepared for that. Although Styraxian's going to take his probe out. Maybe get a little bit of vision on Hokago. We'll see how that goes, considering he does have a turret there. And Styraxian, I could see him maybe taking this straight line all the way down, getting taken out by the turret. More than likely, that's what's going to happen. Looks like we got a bunch of production going on for both players. We're going to have the +1 to shields, to the riot shields, and the combat shields. We're going to have +1 defense for Hokago on the Terran side. We're going to have the extended thermal lance. So on the Styraxian side, got a few units in production. Looks like Hokago's going to probably do a little bit of harassment with that Reaper. So we'll see how this plays out. Yeah, maybe go out and get a few probes. I don't know, maybe he's bored. You know, we'll have to see how this works out. Alright. This probe. Going for a third, maybe? Is Hokago gonna see him? No, gonna walk right past him. Doesn't really care about the probe. And he's going to just miss being annihilated. Looks like Hakago's gonna get one probe before he gets taken out. Not a very good exchange, but that's okay. A little bit of harassment for him. It's gonna keep Styraxian honest. Gonna keep him at his base for now. Looks like we have both players on their second expo. Oh no, take that back. Styraxian's gonna go for his third expo, which is probably a good idea at this point in the stage. And none of the players are really putting that much pressure on each other. I would like to see some action here soon, and like I said, looks like it's gonna be a Marine Marauder medic with a nice little triple M. He's going to use his factory, going to give him some vision. Looks like he's probably going to drop in on this back line here. So we'll see where that exactly takes him. Going to send out all these Marines, get some scouting info, see where his weakest point is, which obviously is going to be the third base. But with nobody there, I suppose he could take a medevac in there and take it down. But he might not have a chance. Styraxian looks like he's going to start making a small push. Going to get one of the observers, the Zelnaga watchtowers. Just gonna have to see how this plays out. Hakago now has sent his Marines to every mineral spot, and he sees that Styraxian has his third expo up. We're gonna see how much that worries Hakago. And it doesn't seem like he cares all that much right now. Probably waiting to get a few more medevacs out. Looks like Styraxian, though, is not waiting for it. Doesn't care about a defense. He's ready to attack, which is not a bad thing. Hopefully he doesn't just send all of his units in there. Alright, looks like Styraxian's going to send in his units. Hakago's finally sees it. Gonna try to take care of it, and we got a major battle going on here. And everything's happening so fast. Things are going down so fast. Looks like Hakago is gonna come out on top of this. All those Marine Marauders is no match for the MMM ball. Those Immortals gonna go down fast. Stalker's gonna go down fast. That was a pretty easy engage. Looks like they're going to clean up this Colossus pretty quick. His first Colossus went down rather fast, which was kind of an important piece of that composition there. You probably should have set him back a little bit. You don't want him to necessarily be the target of focus. Looks like at this point, Hakago's going to go in, and he is going to take out this third expo. Which he better go in now. He doesn't want the Protoss player to build up too fast. He's got those warp gates out, so it's kind of easy to do if you have the minerals to do it. Looks like Hakago is going to easily take out this third base. Doesn't look like Styraxian has the units out to take care of it. He really doesn't even have the minerals. Hakago's sitting on 3.6k minerals. And since he has a medevacs, he's going to easily be transported into the main base of Styraxian, where he's going to drop on the main nexus. Going to easily take out Styraxian. Looks like this might be GG for Styraxian. Doesn't really have the units to defend this. That Immortal's going to go down really fast. You got a +1 defense, +2 attack on Hakago, so his units doesn't really mean much to him. And I think Styraxian finally realizes it. And there's a GG from Styraxian. Hakago with Rapidshare takes game 2, and it is now 1-1 even.